How you doing? This is Ken Miller with the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and here we have Carolina Ray of C-Ray Performance, and we're here in Alameda, California at Training Station, giving you another video on what we can do to improve our bear crawl. Carolina and I were just talking about how if she were to ask her clients, well, one thing don't you want to do today? 9 times out of 10, the answer will be
a bear crawl.
A bear crawl. And that's understandable. A lot of times when it comes to the bear crawls, it's just, get on the ground and hit it. But I think our clients would be better accepting of a bear crawl if they were properly progressed into the world of bear crawls. So right now we're going to talk about the anatomy of a bear crawl. So with the bear crawl, and Carolina's going to get into position here. With the bear crawl, traditional bear crawl, or what we will call a bear crawl right now, Carolina will be hands under shoulders, knees under hips, but you'll see here that she's picking up her knees just an inch up off the ground. And if Carolina puts her knees on the ground, this is your basic quadruped or 4-point position. So from here, looking at proper alignment, again, with any exercise, you want to reduce risk of injury by maintaining alignment of your basic kinetic chain checkpoints, which are your ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. But for our purposes, ears, shoulders, and hips will be what we're watching to maintain proper spinal alignment. So for here, to make it a bear crawl, we're just going to go ahead and elevate the knees up off the ground. All right, and perfect. So I will talk at you a little bit, and knees down, to talk about progressions. So as you saw with Carolina just raising her knees up off the floor, that's the start. And that's going to put a lot of demand on the hips, a lot of demands on the shoulders, because now your 4 points of contact are your toes and your hands. So as she comes up, this is the first exercise. Again, she's got good tension across the midsection, nice neutral spine. Shoulders and rib cage are lying right against each other. Ears are in line with the shoulders. Head is in a neutral position, so go ahead and relax. So as we talk about progressions, the progression for a bear crawl would be 1, just maintain the same place in space. So if we're going to do a forward and backward bear crawl, I'm going to have Carolina elevate her knees up off the ground, and we'll start off with single limb movement. So right now she's going to take her right hand, she's going to reach forward and back, as if she were just crawling through that right hand. And then I'd alternate to the left hand. So here we might do this for more repetitions. And then we're going to go to the lower body to where, again, she's elevated on this left side as she drives her right knee forward and backward. And let's go ahead and do this side right here, right? And relax. So just to give her a little bit of a break, she's going to sit there. But the progression now would be to get opposite arm, opposite leg moving in tandem. So right now, Carolina is going to show a right hand, left knee forward and backward. So as she goes forward, it's maybe 1 hand width forward and back into that neutral position. And we're now going to alternate to the opposite side. Again, while she does this, this knee is going to stay in position as she crawls forward and then back. And relax. The next progression from there, again, this is a burner, so her shoulders and hips are doing a lot to stabilize while you take off the opposite shoulder and hip up off the ground. So as you move, the demand definitely rises up. So the next progression would be to move opposite arm, opposite leg, 2 strides forward and 2 strides back. So maybe 1 displacement of 1 arm and 1 leg forward as you alternate, coming forward and back. This is one where you want to watch and make sure that they keep alignment. She's doing a great job. Ears, shoulders, hips in line. She's keeping the knees set distance off the ground, and relax. So as you progress, you can go from, go ahead and relax for a second. You can go from that 2-step forward, 2-step back, and you see here, along this mat, she's just going to go from one end of the mat to the next. So we move in 3 dimensions. So the bear crawl doesn't have to be limited to a forward and back. We can also go side to side. So I'm going to show you some progressions here to do a lateral bear crawl. So Carolina's getting the same position Now the progressions are going to be the same, but instead of moving forward and backward, she's going to do side reaches. So just for the camera's purposes, we'll just show the right side for now. So she'll elevate the knees off the ground. She'll go ahead and take that right hand and reach out to the side. Then the next progression would be left hand reaches out to the left. But we're going to go ahead and go with the right foot, reaching out to the side. We'll do one more. And again, you can replicate that with the left side. So the progression from there would be to coordinate a right arm, left leg, crawl to the side, and then right arm, left leg, crawl to the other side, and that's it. Good. So you're just doing one reach and back to center. Reach and back to center, and then she can go ahead and come to me right here and to the left. Again, a lot of core work, a lot of shoulder stability, a lot of hip stability. Now we're going to string them together, just like we did 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Now we're going to go ahead and do 2 steps to the side and 2 steps back to the return. So when it comes to reaching, now that we're going to start moving in space, just so you don't start getting all turned around, your feet drive or your hip drive will be only as wide as your hands will reach. So if your hands only go this far, your foot stride to the side should only be about that same distance. That way you're keeping everything nice and even. So again, she's doing a great job keeping good core spinal alignment, keeping the knees under the hips. Nice and steady, great control, and relax. So here, moving side to side, we can now start to increase distance from the width of the mat to maybe 5 yards or 10 yards or however wide your room is, and now going for time. So in situations where you're in an enclosed space and say no equipment, this is an awesome exercise that you can incorporate to any routine to get the heart rate up or add in shoulder and hip stability. So again, in closed spaces, another option for the bear crawl is to do a 360. So we went forward and backward, we went side to side. Now we're going to add a little rotation. So Carolina here is going to have the same start position as she elevates the knees up off the ground, neutral spine, and she's just going to pivot off of that mid-spine. So if she imagines her belly button has a spike going down through her and into the ground, she's just going to spin clockwise, and she's going to stop, change direction, and you'll notice she's getting, again, the same foot drive as she is getting the same arm drive. And relax. Great work, great work. That is a butt kicker. So if you ever wondered how you can make bear crawls easier, or if you never even thought about a regression plan for such a challenging exercise, hopefully you take things into consideration to where you start them off still, single limb movement, opposite arm, opposite leg movement, challenge it in distance and range and time going forward, challenge it in distance, range, and time going lateral, and even add a little bit of a 360. And hopefully that'll give you more weapons for your arsenal when it comes to challenging yourself for your short or enclosed space workouts. Try it out, let us know how you think. Take care.